Hi, it's Arandika again. Today I'm going to give you a small demo on how to use data loops in Senuji. For this particular demonstration, I'm planning to use a CSV file, and I will perform a Google search until end of that CSV file. Okay. Before we start, I have prepared a new project using this project file, new project, and I have already created a new script using new script. Now I'm going to click this open data files button. This is where you have to store your CSV files or any external data source. So right now I don't have a CSV file, so I'm going to create a new one. Okay. So I'm going to name it as test sorry, test.csv. Now normally just to make sure that extension is correct, so what I'm doing is I'm going to go to DOS prompt and check the file extension. See, now this extension is not correct, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename the test.csv test to test.csv. okay, now we have a read this file. So I'm going to open this using my notepad because I don't want to open an Excel or anything, because I'm not going to do any formulas or something, just a straightforward data. So I'm going to store a name and age. Say for example, name field, I want to put my name, so I will put in Andika Oma. Maybe I can put age, whatever it is. Then maybe Senuji Data. Okay. Make sure that when you providing data, it has to be inside quotations, and two data elements has to be separated by a semicolon. Say for example, Manuji, you can leave spaces or anything, and once the data element is finished, you close the quotation, separate it by semicolon, and then you can go with the next data element. And you can have another one likewise, you can continue any amount of this. Alright, so this is my data file. Assume that I have a name and age, so I'm going to save this. Right now my data file is saved in my data location. How you make sure? You just click this button, open data files button, and then you can see your this file. That means that Manuji can read this file. It has the focus. Right now, for this particular test, I'm going to use my Google. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read that data file or CSV file, search all the names using Google search, right? And until end of file, we have 3 records in that file, so this will create 3 search. Right now what I'm going to do, first I'm going to open Google. It's my first line. Then for example, I want to wait until the search box appear, just to be make sure that text box is available. So what I'm going to do is I'm spying it using FirePath. Just take the Xpath, wait for element Xpath until this thing, right? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the loop command. Sorry, I'm going to open the loop command, loop keyword, it's here, right? So loop, the syntax is loop space, we have to give the CSV file name. So the CSV file name we gave was test.csv. So you have to give it correctly here, loop.test.csv. okay, it's case sensitive, so make sure that you type the correct thing, correct extension. If you don't remember the extension or anything, you just go to DOS prompt and make sure you check with this t capital dot csv. Right, so csv is done, so I'm going to add this. So this loop will start, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use data input keyword. Data input keyword. So here what you have to do is you have to give the sequence number of the data element that you want to give, because I have not used any headers here. So what I'm going to do is the first data element I want to put it to this object. So I'm going to search, I'm going to get the Xpath of this, and now I'm telling input it to this. Okay, right. So once you enter this one, right, and once you input this, then you need to click this button. So I'm going to spy this button, and now I'm going to use, for example, I wanted to put a wait command, say, just to make sure that everybody can see this. I'm going to wait, say 1 second, 1000 millisecond. Then after that I'm going to call a click for this button, and that's it. Then I'm going to search. Let me give the wait at the end of this line, and I'm going to search. After 10 seconds it will wait, and then I'm going to end the loop. So this is my simple script. By looking at it, you can understand it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to open Google, wait for the text box appear, then I'm going to open my CSV file, then I'm going to enter the first data element to the Google search box. This is the XPath of that, and I'm going to click the search button of Google. This is the XPath of that, and I'm going to wait for 1000 milliseconds, and I'm going to loop it. That means it will go to the next, read the next record, and it will go and input it to the same thing. Until end of file, this loop will work, should work. Now I'm going to save this script. Again, I'm going to use it as my default name, right? And now I'm going to run this. So I'm going to run it as a single script. Now you see the Firefox browser will open, because I'm using the default browser for Selenium. Now you see that Erandiko Mal came, Senuji Manuji came, right? Now let me close this, because see, every time I'm the entire data set, say for example I want to clear the search box before importing the next one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the keyword called ClearTextBoxValue, okay, of this text box. Okay, so that'll so this one I'm going to put it as soon as I come here. So if there's any value, it will clear. At the same time, I wanted to take a screenshot of this, so I'm going to give a capture screen command also. So let me put it, say after inputting this one data input, I'm going to take a screenshot. Okay, again I'm going to save this as the same. Okay, and I'm going to clear the log and let me run the script again. Right now Firefox browser started. And now he will enter Randika, search, Senuji, search, Manuji, search, and because we have only 3 records in the data file, is complete the test saying everything is passed. Now let's try to understand each and every line and what is this log will tell you. Now first it says open Google was opened properly. Then wait for element present, the text box came, this is passed. Then he start the loop, then he says clear text box value, we clear the value, alright, value pass, clear text box is passed. Then he says data input, value is Erandigumal, first input he used to this object, and that is successfully put it. Then he took the screenshot. Now screenshot was saved in this path under this name. So by default it will save in this folder. So what you do is you just click open save screenshots button. So you can see all these 3 screenshots have been taken because we have 3 screenshots. This screenshot is for Erandika Umar, and this screenshot for Senuji Dahamya, and this screenshots for Manuji Dahamya. So likewise you can take screenshots. It has been repeated 3 times because we are running on a loop. So all these 3, after all these 3, it says test steps he has executed 17 tests passed, and overall test status is passed. So I hope that this demonstration will help you, and I will meet you with another demo very soon. Thank you.